Hey babes, welcome or welcome back to and everything in between. I'm Victoria, your host and guide for navigating the beautiful chaos of your 20s. Whether you're building your dream career, figuring out relationships, or just trying to find you, this is your space for self-growth, real talk, and a little fun along the way. Let's dive into it and everything in between. If you spend time online, I'm sure you've heard of a concept called romanticizing your life. This type of content includes people taking cinematic content of their lives that features sweet little highlights like cooking dinner or taking a day trip outside of their normal routine. As a corporate girl myself, there are many times during the year where I am extremely busy working on really large projects or big brand moments, and I am quite literally like a hamster on a wheel. Romanticizing my life is a reminder that even in the rat race, life can be beautiful if we choose to make it that way and see it that way. So, what if you could make your everyday life feel more beautiful and meaningful? I think the definition of romanticizing your life can be different for different people, but for me, romanticizing your life means finding joy, presence in the now, and beauty in the small, ordinary moments. I quite literally have a tattoo that says risk everything for joy. So it is something that means a lot to me. What this concept is not about is ignoring problems, but about shifting focus to the present moment and creating moments of happiness, even when things seem mundane. I've definitely heard my friends say things like, I can't be a content creator. My life is so boring. But babe, a lot of people's lives are boring. I'm doing air quotes, boring. But it doesn't have to be. You make breakfast every morning and see it as a chore when you can see it as an opportunity to try new breakfast meals and find the fun and joy of nourishing yourself with new meals. I don't know, but I believe that we have the power to make our lives beautiful, and mindset is the biggest part in that. It is a big part of the conversation here and everything in between because it's a huge part of my personal journey to becoming the best version of myself and maintaining happiness and joy over time. So, of course, I'm going to love things like romanticizing your life because it helps you to shift your mindset from, ugh, I have to wake up in the morning and get ready to go to work to, yay, another day where I get to pick out a new outfit and express my style in the office. It's also really beneficial to our mental health to slow down and actually acknowledge what's happening in our day to day rather than just going through the motions. It's definitely helpful for our brains to have a routine, but there comes a sense of ease to appreciating life. And slowing down to appreciate life can definitely help to ease anxiety and stress and burnout, which is a huge thing for women in our 20s. Unfortunately, we outside of work have so much to carry as women and so many responsibilities as women to uphold and maintain. So, yeah, slowing down and appreciating the beauty in all of the things that, yeah, we have to do can just help you feel better about life overall. And that's what we want. We don't want to walk through life and the world hating everything that we do or not enjoying our lives, because what's the point? So that's why I really love romanticizing my life, and I would love for you to do the same. There's so many of us that are chasing the what's next because right now doesn't satisfy us fully, but the present moment may be all we have. So why not make it beautiful? Here are some ways that can romanticize your life starting today. Number 1, create a morning routine that you love. Whether it's waking up and listening to affirmations like I do, or playing music while you choose your outfit for the day. It's really important, I think, to start out your day on the best note possible and incorporate things that you love to do into your morning because that will set the tone for the rest of the day. Imagine waking up angry, annoyed that you have to get out of bed and like pick out your outfit for work and just like, moving through your morning with anger and frustration and sadness. Like that sounds awful. And it doesn't sound like it will give you the fuel, honestly, that you need to support yourself for the rest of the day if you started on that note. But starting from a really great place, from a place that makes you feel good, will allow you to see more of the positive during your day. So I am a huge fan of making a morning routine that makes you feel incredible. Number 2, dress up for yourself. Okay. Even if you're home alone, you really have nothing to do other than the things that you want to when you're home alone. Put on a cute little home outfit and look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're that girl. I love getting dressed up to go out with friends or date night. But when I'm home by myself, even my pajamas, like pajamas that I wear to bed, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I'll put on a really cute little matching set, or I'll have sometimes I'll wear like my Christmas pajamas to make me feel really cozy and warm. And that's just like, I don't know, it's something nice to do for yourself to make you feel good. Like you're gonna go to bed, you're gonna sleep anyway. Why not put something on your body that will make you feel even the slightest bit more put together and, I don't know, just like cute? Number 3, solo dates. Take yourself on solo dates. Go explore your neighborhood. Get out to the coffee shops, bookstores, parks. I'm recording this in March and it's finally starting to get warm here in New York City. And I am so excited to start going out to parks and like sitting alone with my journal, with my dog, just existing in the world, minding my own business and having fun doing whatever I want to do. It's really important to take yourself on solo dates so that you can start to find the things that you love to do. Bookstores are places that I like to go, coffee shops for sure. I get a lot of my own like personal work done on the weekends at coffee shops, but there's so much to explore. And I feel like a lot of women in our 20s, we hold ourselves back from doing things until we have someone else to do it with. And that should not be the case. I personally have been craving a trip to Sedona, Arizona for years now. And I haven't gone because, I don't know, people like when I say Sedona, people don't get as excited as I do. So it's something that I haven't done. So I should just go myself. A really great note to self. Go to Sedona, Victoria. Number 4, make playlists that make you feel like you're the main character. This is a part of my morning routine, but in the morning, I have a playlist that I listen to after my affirmations while I'm doing my makeup, and it just makes me dance. I dance, I smile, I'm singing, I'm looking myself in the mirror and telling myself I'm that girl. The playlist that I have for the morning is phenomenal. It includes everyone from Whitney Houston to Nicki Minaj to Mariah Carey to Flo Milli. Like I love women. I love women artists. They are the ones who I want to be listening to in the morning, getting me hyped for my day. And it works. It really works. If I didn't have this playlist in the morning that would allow me to move my body and, I don't know, like look at myself in the mirror and affirm that I am happy and healthy and wealthy and I'm that girl, I don't know. I think my days would be a lot less energized, honestly. Let me know if you're interested in that playlist, and I'd be happy to link it. The next way that you can romanticize your life is by gratitude journaling. This is something that you can definitely incorporate to the end of your day when you come home right before bed. Sit down with your journal and think about the small wins of your day, things that just made you smile. Something that happened to me recently that I was just so grateful for. I was sitting at work, it was the morning, and one of my coworkers, her name is Stacy, she came over to me with a little bag of tea and two mints, like lavender mints that she got from her recent trip to London. And she was like, "We talk about tea and love drinking tea. And I just thought of you and wanted to share this with you." And that truly like brightened the rest of my day. It was just so kind and nice. And I was so grateful that she thought about me and our conversations about tea. Yeah. So it's really important to reflect on those little things because there are so many little things throughout the day that happen that we forget about. But when you reflect on them, when you see that there is beauty in the mundane, it allows you to look more favorably upon your days and the possibilities that may come. Up next, make your food experiences more special. This is something that I started doing when I moved into my new apartment back in 2023. I have an 18-month lease, so I've been in my current apartment for quite some time now. But when I moved here, I told myself that I was going to start romanticizing my life because I have such a beautiful space and I want to feel that. So when I would cook, I would plate my rice in like scoops and my vegetables in one section and add garnish to my meals. And I would, I don't know, just focus on making my food really good and enjoying that process with music in the background and feeling like I'm in some kind of cooking show, but I'm just making my dinner. I feel like that is the peak definition of romanticizing your life. Like realizing and remembering that you are the main character of your story. And there doesn't need to be a camera around to film it for you to feel that way. And once you keep feeling that way, once you continue to see beauty and create beauty in the mundane, you will feel happier over time. And lastly, I think this is just like a culmination of all of the things that I've mentioned, but savor the little things. So I don't know, like it's starting to get warm out. I'm actually about to go for a run and I'm just really excited to start looking for flowers. That's something that just reminds me that there is rebirth happening, that there is beauty always around us waiting to bloom, and what you focus on magnifies. So I'm really excited to look for the flowers. But even things from like doing your skincare routine at night and taking the time to not rush through it because you're trying to go to bed, but like be soft and gentle with your skin and look at your skin and assess things that it needs. Like maybe you don't need to put that retinol on for the fourth night in a row. Take the time to be in the present when you're doing the things that you're doing. Even going for a walk, like observe what's happening around you. Be in the present moment with your surroundings as you're walking. I promise that you will find so much beauty and things to savor, things to smile about. So those are the ways that you can romanticize your life. But of course, in your everyday routine, there is so much that you can be doing to make it more intentional, a little less fast and robotic and enjoyable for you. Remember that you are the main character in your life. I now view ordinary tasks much differently because I know that my life is a movie and I want to be able to appreciate what's happening in my life. It's also a reminder that you don't need to always be looking for what's next. You don't need to be looking for a reason to celebrate. You can enjoy your life right now, whether you're about to get ready to go to work or whether you're celebrating your birthday. I don't know. There's so much that happens over the course of our days, of our weeks, of our months that you can be enjoying in the present moment. So I encourage you to try one small thing today to romanticize your life. What can you do today that will make your life feel more beautiful? And I'd love for you to share your experience with me in DM or in the show's comments. And remember, love, you are worthy of a life that feels good today. Make it happen. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this episode resonated with you or would be helpful for someone you know, please subscribe on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube and share it with a friend. You can also follow the podcast on Instagram at and.everything.inbetween for updates, and you can find me on Instagram at victoria.liverpool. This podcast is sound designed and edited by Misty Avenger. Music for this podcast is The Dude by Matt Large, courtesy of Epidemic Sound. Details provided in the description. Remember, episodes drop weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. Until then, keep growing, glowing, and remember, you got this.